say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
Greetings, everyone. Hope you're as excited as we are to watch 7 play 8. It's the Eastern Conference Play-In Tournament on 2K Sports. Here alongside Tim Legler and Grant Hill, I'm Brian Anderson with Ali LaForce joining us courtside. Take a look at the 76ers, the 7th best record through the regular season. But, Grant, that position is more perilous than in years past.
Well, B.A., what was once an automatic ticket to face the second seed has become this. They've got to win one of the next 2 games to escape elimination.
Embiid, good.
Yeah, this is what sets Embiid apart from other bigs. That mid-range game is on point.
Orlando moving the ball around. Lets it go from deep. Bang, no good. Now Philadelphia with it. Right side, Maxey. George finds Embiid. Now Maxey. He's covered by Suggs. And Maxey, the bucket, on the assist by Embiid.
Well, the corner 3, no challenge for Maxey. I mean, the dude can straight up shoot from deep.
Pass to Carter, 11 feet out, and that one off the back of the rim and in.
What a pass right there. Coaches love seeing guys making it easy for their teammates.
It's George on the wing. Here's Edgecombe, guarded by Bain. Here's Edgecombe. It's rebounded by Banchero.
A rare miss for him at point-blank range. That's one he'd like to have back.
And Wagner gets it to go.
And Wagner is a very efficient scorer in the painted area.
Out left to the wing. Back to Maxey. It's George on the wing. From deep. And Philadelphia hits again from deep.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
Well, after the Magic traded away Dwight Howard back in 2012, seems like they spent about a decade in limbo, Grant.
That's so true, B.A. And once they finally committed to building through the draft, the turnaround was pretty rapid, showing the upside of drafting and developing from the ground up.
And Philadelphia has possession, following the three-point basket by Orlando. Here's Barlow, and here's another one for the Sixers.
And hitting from the mid-range here and early. I mean, really gives the defense just another thing to worry about.
Well, it's forcing them to guard at all 3 levels.
Philadelphia leading by 3. And George with the jam.
He's not going to take it easy when he gets to the bucket. George will hammer it home.
About 3 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Outside Bain. Banchero outside. And that one's good. That makes him 2 for 3.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
Yeah, and that's the effectiveness of the 2-man game right there.
So Nick Nurse has decided to call timeout here. Coach taking this moment to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan. Grimes, he's checked in for Barlow.
Now in for Philadelphia, number 5, Quinton Ryan.
And so it's Maxey who brings up the ball for the 76ers. It's a 3-point game. And the jam by George.
Gotta like the momentum on Georgia's drive, cutting into the defense and clearing himself a path.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Earlier, I spoke with Nick Nurse. He was blunt when talking about his assessment of Franz Wagner. Coach praised the toughness Wagner plays with, saying, "We're talking about a 6'10 wing who goes hard to the bucket. He invites contact. Those aren't easy guys to contend with." Back over to you.
Okay, thank you, Allie. Here's Edgecombe. The Magic making their last shot. And then Embiid with the dunk.
At 7 feet tall, Embiid looks to dunk often, especially when he's got good positioning.
Suggs, the pass to Banchero. And out of bounds, the 76ers will take it. Carter, he's checked in for Orlando.
Orlando substitution. Number 2, Javon Carter.
Philadelphia leading by 5. George outside. Pass to Embiid. Here's Edgecombe. 9 points for him in his last game.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Banchero outside. To the inside. Carter. And it's slammed in by Carter.
You love the show of force from Carter Jr. He's not messing around when he gets the ball down there.
To the middle. Here's Embiid. And he floats it in for the easy 2. Credit the sweet setup on that one.
And they may have talked about shot selection coming into this.
All right, guys, we're lucky to have Shams Charania joining us now. Our 2K insider calling in with a story. What do you got, Shams?
Thanks. Well, Joel Embiid rarely wanted to share all of his cards, but coming off of what he called the most important offseason of his life, he said he cares about how he'll be remembered in the game of basketball, and he understands what remains to be done.
Chasing that ring. Shams, appreciate the report.
And great range is a big part of why George is a high-level scorer.
Pass to Bain. Three-pointer. The rebound by Maxey. Philadelphia leading by 8. And he drives in. Boom! He jams it straight down.
They've shown so much energy right from the start, particularly on the offensive end.
So far, a great game plan and great execution, but we still have a long way to go.
Outside Carter. Orlando moving the ball around. From deep, Banchero. Philadelphia grabs the miss. Outside Grimes. Maxey against Banchero. Can't get it to fall. Magic trail by 10. Pass to Carter. Back to Banchero. On the wing, Bain. They need this. That's in. Coming off an assist from Banchero.
And I like that there. I mean, get Bain something in rhythm.
Here's Edgecombe. Now here's Embiid. George outside. Now here's Maxey. He's checked by Carter. Grimes' shot is off. Orlando's gone just 2 for 6 from the arc here in the first. Bain finds Carter. A minute 6 left to play in the first. Banchero no good. The Sixers lead by 7. Pass to Maxey. The 3-ball. Fires in the triple. Maxey's got 8 points.
They've really built this lead on the back of their perimeter game.
Yeah, when you string triples together, it adds up quickly.
And Banchero gets it to go.
We see this every night. He has the skill and versatility to keep a defense guessing.
Pass to George. Outside Grimes. George, a screen on Wagner. Grimes. And the 76ers another 3.
Well, the defense needs to be better there. They gave way too much space.
3 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. From deep, Banchero drains the triple. 12 points for him.
Responding nicely with his own 3, Banchero. This is how competitive this man is.
George outside. It's Grimes on the wing. Back to Maxey. Uses the glass to finish the layup. And the 76ers lead by 10.
They've played with fantastic energy from the opening tip.
Yeah, they've just been the better team. They've been more aggressive, which is why they hold a double-digit lead.
What a performance for Tyrese Maxey. He has been the story for Philadelphia. He put together 10 points in the quarter. More 2K action in just a moment. And welcome back, everyone, to second quarter action of this NBA play-in game. All right, guys, what do you think so far about the offensive approach for the 76ers?
Well, in today's NBA, the three-point shot is so valuable. They realize this, and that's why they're continuing to drain as many as they can.
And another thing they've done consistently well is attack the paint. They have stayed aggressive under the hoop and gotten high percentage looks.
And just a shrewd pass by Lowry. He has a gift for seeing what's happening on the floor and finding shooters.
Carter with it. Still no points. And for the Sixers, the growth of Tyrese Maxey has meant everything, Grant.
Oh my, his growth both with his play, but also with his leadership has meant a lot. And he has such a joyful energy. It really helps pull this team together. And his fantastic performance from the last game has carried over to tonight.
When someone is rolling like this, just keep feeding him. That's just great coaching.
Now here's Walker. Pass to Oubre. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And a miss there on the triple. Magic trail by 10. Here's De Silva. He's covered by Oubre. To the paint. Deflects the pass. Oh, stolen by Embiid. Oubre with it. Now Carter defending. Oh, Embiid with the flush.
He's so tough to stop. Even when you hit Embiid, he possesses the strength to muscle shots in.
Defensive foul.
Well, Grant, if you had to say, is there anything you think is underrated about Embiid?
You know, B.A., I think it's his intelligence. Joel's a heady player. Sometimes big men don't get enough credit for their smarts on the court. Embiid knows the game.
Looking at who's out there now for Philadelphia. Edwards, he's checked in for Walker, and Watford subbed in for Lowry. And Grant, when talking about certain players, we hear expressions like, he does the little things, or he does the dirty work. What does all that mean exactly?
You know, it's about what doesn't show up in the box score. Setting good screens, winning those 50-50 balls, hustling back on defense. Often, it's just as important as putting up those points.
Now here's Edwards. 17 points in his last outing. Pass to Oubre. Howard against Edwards. From 12 feet, connects. The jumper drops. Edwards has gotten his first basket of the night.
And he's going to nail these if you give him the space. That's just soft D.
Well, if you're going to give him that shot, he will take it any time.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Thank you, guys. The Magic are building something. Paolo Banchero said, quote, "It's been a long time coming. The fans have been waiting for the Magic to be good and to be challengers, even contenders." There's a lot of excitement in the city right now. We're just building and feeding off of that. Back to you guys.
They've got their fans fired up. All right, thank you, Allie. That cuts the lead to single digits. Suggs has got 5 points now in the quarter.
Yeah, good to see Suggs bury the triple. This will only help with his confidence.
The kick out to Edwards. Outside Grimes. Pass to Watford. Fades. And the 76ers tack on 2 more. And so here is Orlando. They trail by 9. And so now a timeout called by Jamal Mosley. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. And some changes here for the 76ers. Paul George, he's checked in for Oubre. Hedgecombe comes in for Edwards. And it's Tyrese Maxey in for Watford. Franz Wagner checked in for Orlando. Off the inbound. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
Yeah, a very energetic player. Franz Wagner always seems to be searching for his next chance to impact the game.
He's off on the first. He hits the second from the line. And so it's Maxey who brings up the ball for the 76ers. 13 points was their biggest lead of the game. Here's George. Ooh, he's locked in. Drains his fifth shot in as many attempts.
It seems like George could do this all night. He just keeps finding shots.
Wagner, right side. From the arc. And the three-pointer goes. Wagner's got 6.
No shock there. He was left wide open and now adds 3 points from distance.
Pass to Maxey. And here's George. Takes a 3. On target from range. He's got 15.
And you got to appreciate the competitive fire on display. It's almost like George says, you make one on me, I'm coming back at you for revenge.
Here's De Silva. 8 points in his last time out. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Down low. And Edgecombe gets it to go. And now it's a 12-point 76ers lead.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
Yeah, he can taste a win right now. He's just trying to close it out.
Now here's Banchero. He's got 17. Outside Maxey. Embiid, a screen on Suggs. Maxey using his post moves to get the 2 points.
Oh, a high motor in close to the rim. Maxey finding a window and converting.
There's a screen from deep. Banchero. And Grimes pulls it down.
I'm surprised he missed that one. He is a dangerous guy to leave open.
Here's Maxey. It's good. Set up beautifully by George. 14 points for Tyrese Maxey.
They've been very well-rounded and extremely focused.
And because of that, this one looks like a bit of a mismatch.
Now here's Wagner. He has 6. Inside. And so the ball out of bounds. Embiid touched it last.
Just a millisecond late. So close to coming up with a steal there.
And regardless, it's great effort. You love to see that kind of hustle on defense.
Looking at who's out there now for Philadelphia. Bona comes in for Joel Embiid. And it's Kelly Oubre in for Grimes. And a change for the Magic. Baines checked in. Took the opportunity when he saw it. Wagner's got 7 now in this quarter.
Yeah, and when Wagner is hitting from deep, the floor opens up for everyone else. Nice triple.
Pass to Edgecombe. Takes the 3. De Silva with a rebound.
That's his shot, and one I'm sure he wants back.
The 3 from Bain. And again, it's Orlando with a 3.
You gotta D-up Bain from the corner, or else he'll bury those shots in bunches.
Philadelphia moving it around. Maxey surveys to the middle. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. When we talk about NBA wings, Legs, what are the most important skills in your mind?
Well, everybody's going to talk about scoring and also being able to defend your position. But for me, to become an elite wing, you also have to be able to create, add that escapability with your handle.
And Philadelphia making a change here. Barlow's checked in. Then for Orlando, Carter, he's checked in for Wagner. And Banchero subbed in for De Silva. And he sinks the second. Magic trail by 11. To the inside. And it's slammed in by Carter.
I like their approach here. Suggs really makes the effort to get his guys set up well.
So Nick Nurse has decided to call timeout here. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. Oubre, he's checked in for Philadelphia. The Sixers lead by 9. Pass to Barlow. And down it goes. Jam that one home.
You gotta love his unselfishness, and you know his coach does as well.
His willingness to share the ball elevates this offense.
Now here's Suggs. He's got 5. Oh, and he brings it down with a two-handed jam.
Man, Suggs can really move. And once he sees he has a clear path, he launches up for the dunk.
Pass to Edgecombe. Here's George. Here's Barlow. He's checked by Carter. Fade away. Again, Philadelphia.
Well, that's a shot that some defenses can give up, but not to that guy.
Banchero outside. Picked by Carter. The three from Bain. Tips it. Controls the rebound and the putback. Carter's got 8 points.
I mean, the second effort from Carter Jr., real nice motor on this guy.
George outside. Suggs against Maxey. The three sinks the tray. 17 points in the game.
That's a breakdown defensively. He is far too good of a shooter to leave that wide open.
Just 1 second separating the shot clock and the game clock. The kick out to Banchero. Rebound by Philadelphia.
That's just unlucky. You don't mind him taking that shot at all.
Here's Maxey. And at the buzzer, counted.
Just textbook. Kept his cool and waited for his shot.
That's just great awareness. One eye on the clock, one eye on the hoop.
And that concludes the first half. The Sixers on top, leading by 14. And we'll be back with you shortly.
Fans, get ready for some high RPM and amazing stuff from your pocket light Arena Entertainment.
And we thank you for joining this postseason broadcast, and it's been an outstanding first half for the Philadelphia 76ers.
Yeah, these guys are dialed in, getting to their spots and taking their shots.
Great rhythm to their offense, just like your analysis. And that defense has been powerless to disrupt it.
Well, thank you, Ernest.
Taking a look at the situation for the Philadelphia 76ers. With the lead they hold in this game, Shaq, the 7th seed within reach.
Can't feel that good about it. Even if they win, they have a long road ahead of them in the playoffs.
Yeah, but Shaq, they can't be worried about that right now. All they can do is win tonight.
Shaq looking more at the big picture, it appears. Thanks for tuning in. Now we head back to Brian Anderson for the start of the third quarter.
And welcome back to 2K Sports coverage of the play-in game as we move to the second half of action. Without question, Tyrese Maxey displaying all his skills today.
Can they come up with an answer for him coming out of the half? They have to change something defensively.
And that will be the biggest adjustment. They have to force the ball out of his hands, but that's a difficult challenge.
And welcome back to the action in the third quarter of this all-important play-in game. Suggs, the pass to Banchero. Shot clock at 5. Yep, that one's good. Banchero's got 19 points.
I mean, it's incredible. Banchero can be so dominant. A young player with such a promising future.
Oh, wasted no time on that one.
Just incredible. I mean, he's really making it rain out there, knocking them down one after another.
This defense is trying to stay connected to him, but he is on a mission.
Now here's Banchero. Carter finds Bain. All alone. Rebound by Philadelphia.
Almost too wide open there. That's like a warm-up jumper for him.
So far, Grant, we've seen some encouraging intangibles from VJ Edgecombe.
Yeah, you know, he reminds me of Victor Oladipo or even a Dwayne Wade physically. Just an explosive athlete. And I love the way he uses that strength and quickness at the defensive end of the floor.
They get it back. Embiid passes to Maxey. Philadelphia moving it around. Good. And the assist to Embiid. He's got 25.
And just so good at playing at high speed. Maxey gets the ball and takes the fast shot.
Banchero outside. Outside Carter. Bane, the pass to Suggs. And it's off from three-point range.
Ooh, that's a tough break. After poor communication defensively, it leaves him all by himself.
Kicks it to George. Pass to Embiid. With the fadeaway. It's rebounded by Banchero. Banchero's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Right side Bane. The three is up. Pure from three-point range. Bane's gotten his 3rd basket of the night.
Anytime he can, Bane is taking this shot. I mean, he is supremely confident from range.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Hey, BA. Joel Embiid is trying to stay on the court, and to that end, he's lost weight and he's embraced wearing a knee brace. He said, it's the right thing to do, giving me the support for the rest of my career. It may not look as good as it used to, with the jab or the pull-up and all of that stuff, but it'll still work. Back to you, BA.
Trying to stay healthy. Thanks a lot, Allie. And so now a timeout called by Jamal Mosley. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. Grimes, he's checked in for Barlow. Right around 3 minutes into this second half. Back to Banchero for 3 from distance. Paolo.
And Banchero has some range already. I mean, I want to see him continue to drain these shots.
Now here's Maxey. 25 points in the game. Grimes' shot is off. Banchero passes to Suggs. Pass to Bane. Pulls up on the wing. And Orlando again with the bucket.
Yeah, really, Bane is more of an inside or outside guy. He has to adjust for the mid-range.
George feels it out a bit. Puts up a 3. He gets it. He's 7 for 8 and really going at him out there.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
Yeah, and that's the effectiveness of the two-man game right there.
And Carroll passes to Carter, and he can't get that one.
Looking for the spectacular and coming up empty.
Yeah, the timing was a little bit off, and it forced the miss.
Back to Embiid. Oh, nice D from Carter.
Practically a block. Good, strong challenge.
He didn't quite get a hand on it, but he did enough to affect the miss.
The Sixers lead by 15. Pass to Maxey. Outside Grimes. Now here's Embiid. Left side Maxey. Kicks it to George. And here's Grimes. Clock at 6. The 3. And Philadelphia hits again from deep.
That right there, that's the kind of look this system is designed to create.
And Carroll outside. Pass to Carter. Outside Bane. Beyond the arc. Rebound by the 76ers. Embiid's got 8 rebounds in the game. George for 3. Good. And the assist to Embiid. Embiid's got his 3rd assist of the night.
Well, he's having a big scoring night, but he's doing it extremely efficiently. This is impressive.
And so now a timeout called by Jamal Mosley. He's going to take a moment to give him a breather and talk things over. Carter, he's checked in for Suggs. And here's Wagner. He'll bring it up for the Magic. Outside Carter. Looking to end the run. And Grimes pulls it down. The Sixers lead by 21. Here's Maxey. The rebound by Carter. Left side Bane. And counted from 12 feet. Bain's got 13 now.
Yeah, tremendous body control from Bain. The pull-up is an impossible shot to defend.
To the paint. George with the bucket.
Like a matador. Olay! There was no defense. That has to be one of the easier shots I've seen tonight.
And they are just breaking the will of their opponent.
Now here's Bain. He's got 13. And Carroll passes to Bain. No good from outside. Now Philadelphia with it. Stringing it together. They've got an 11-2 run going. Nice shot by George.
Yeah, muscling his way for the bucket. George doing what he does best.
Carter, the pass to Wagner. Back to Carter. Orlando moving the ball around. Outside Bain. This one for three. Nails it from beyond the arc. Bain's got 10 points in the quarter.
Strong performance from him, but he may need to do even more if they're going to win this game.
Pass to Bona. Outside Maxey. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own. Maxey's got 9 points here in the second half. Carter against Maxey. Left side Carter. And down it goes. 2 points.
He doesn't have the quickness of some guys, but he sees everything, including that opening.
Pass to Grimes. And here's Oubre, defended by Wagner. The kick out to Maxey. Launches it. Another three for Philadelphia.
This is what it's been since halftime. Remarkable results from downtown.
They have found a weakness in the defense, and it's on their ability to defend the three-point line.
Bain, no good. Stolen by Carter. And so it's Philadelphia, a huge 24-point lead for them. It hasn't taken them too many shots to get their points. They're winning with efficiency. We'll be right back after this word. And we welcome you back as we head into the fourth quarter of this decisive play-in game. Here's Grimes. Outside Edwards. Pass to Terry. Here's Oubre. Embiid inside. Working on Batase. Here's Terry. 4 on the clock. Misses the three. And here are the Magic now. Back to Wagner. Let's go with a three. And Grimes pulls it down. Grimes has got his 4th rebound in this one. Oubre passes to Grimes. Outside Edwards. And Tim, 1 year, you shot over 50% from the field and from three-point range, not to mention over 80% from the free throw line. You think we'll ever see that again?
Well, Brian, I think the 50% from the three could be more difficult because the volume is now so high. I'm not sure they're as selective in their shot attempts, which means your percentages naturally come down a bit.
So 3 for 6 is not going to be an option for a great shooter?
Don't think so. 3 for 6 is usually the first quarter for a lot of these guys.
Here's Oubre, and he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
B.A., the one-hand dunk just looks so fluid.
Yeah, absolutely. Even smooth when he's powering it home like that. Now here's Suggs. Wagner outside, launches a three, connects from downtown.
And even before he caught the ball, Wagner had that measured up.
Outside Oubre. Back to Grimes. Here's Terry. Back to Grimes. Over Suggs. Prime shot is off. Orlando has gone 1 of 2 from deep in this quarter. Wagner on the wing. Wagner with a screen. The 3 from Suggs. The offensive rebound. And it's Wagner missing.
Well, the defense challenged him just enough to force that miss. They really collapsed when he got close to the rim.
And the shot goes in.
Those are the kind of effort plays that endear you to the coaches, your teammates, and these fans.
Here's Suggs. And too long on the shot. The 76ers have got 3 of 6 shots to go in this fourth quarter. Embiid, perfect pass to set up the lay-in. 15 points for Joel Embiid.
Yeah, good things happen when Embiid has the ball in his hands. I mean, this guy can do it all.
Here in the fourth quarter, just under 2.5 gone by. Suggs, no good.
Well, you can't make them all, but I doubt the defense wants to give him that kind of look again.
Grimes, the pass to Embiid. Here's Terry. There's the 3. Yes, and it's Embiid picking up the assist. Embiid's got 4 assists in the game.
Their offense has been unstoppable, just firing on all cylinders.
Well, you have to love the execution, and you have to love the relentlessness.
Now here's Suggs. Wagner for 3. Nails it from 3.
When you can shoot over the top of people and hit a high percentage from out there, you are in rare company.
Orlando's got 2 of 5 threes to go here in the fourth. Suggs surveys the D. Down low. Tries the 9-footer. And it's off the back of the rim. No good. For Philadelphia, they've gotten 5 shots out of 9 to go in this fourth. Embiid, a screen on Suggs. Throws it up high. And Embiid throws it down.
And there's the process at work. Embiid rolls off the pick and right into scoring position.
Magic shooting a nice 50% for the game. Suggs with it. Picked up by Embiid. Pass to De Silva. Now here's Wagner. And again, it's the Magic from deep.
That's just a smart play right there. The right pass to a ready shooter.
Oubre on the wing. Philadelphia moving it around. Outside Edwards. Gets the 3 to fall.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Yeah, just going back and forth. It is really competitive out there.
Suggs, the pass to Wagner. Tried to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good. The 76ers have gone 7 for 11 so far in the fourth. Here's Embiid. And Embiid throws it down.
Since halftime, they have been efficient and effective, making Coach very happy.
Their offense is cooking right now, and that's because the execution has been there.
Orlando with the ball, following the score by Philadelphia. Wagner, right side. Wagner inside. Rebound by Philadelphia. Edwards, the pass to Embiid. Here's Terry. He's covered by Suggs. A minute 53 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Here's Embiid. And it's Orlando with a rebound. Wagner's got 4 rebounds now. Here's De Silva driving to the basket, and it's flushed down. A nice jam.
And a smart feed from Suggs. The defense making it easy, leaving his teammate open.
Pass to Embiid. Good. He's taken 13 shots. He's drained 10 of them. Fantastic production.
Absolutely ruthless. He's not about to start showing mercy now.
Yeah, with each bucket, he denies any thought of a comeback.
Now here's Wagner. Count it. Good.
Well, the scoreboard tells you everything you need to know about this one. A great showing here for the 76ers.
And the disparity in the talent was obvious by the end. Sometimes you just don't have enough ammunition to compete.
Yeah, B.A., just a total beatdown. And the next time these teams meet, I can't imagine it'll be any different.
And for the 7 seed, all signs pointing to the postseason. You love how they've come in and executed.
Yeah, great game plan and great communication at both ends. They might be a tough out going forward.
And even the opposing fans can't deny this was a sensational game for Joel Embiid.
And when he's dominant on the glass, his team benefits in so many ways. He took a lot of pressure off of his teammates tonight.
Finishing the game strong. This is how you shut the door on any hopes of a comeback.
Yeah, any thought of losing this game has been put to bed.
Here's De Silva, pass to Wagner. Wagner with a screen from outside the arc. And again, Franz Wagner.
Yeah, Wagner just keeps going at them. He's in the zone right now.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. The kick out to Edwards. Here's the three. The shot off that time. And so Wagner will bring it up for Orlando. Here he goes. And he makes it.
Yeah, using that big frame. Wagner muscling his way for two.
Outside Grimes. Fires the three. And the miss. And they did it! A big win for the Philadelphia 76ers. And a good job to take care of business in the first play-in game. They avoid the possibility of a winner-take-all scenario in the next one.
And this is important for them in several ways. By winning tonight, they secure the 7th seed and avoid having to face the top dog in round 1.
And that's all from us. One thing is for certain. These play-in tournament games have added some late-season drama. With Tim Legler, Ali LaForce, and Grant Hill, this is Brian Anderson. As always, we appreciate you tuning in tonight. And as we leave you, here's a look at our player of the game, Joel Embiid.